All right, everybody, what is going on? Pardon me. Let me change one thing because we're a little bit on the dark side. Ooh, there we go. All right, this, everyone, is the weekly live showcase, which we do weekly because it happens every week. Therefore, it is the weekly. I'm stalling because I'm still getting ready. A little bit late into the office today, but we are all good to go. I just realized that we're doing the light phone today. Why is it so dark? Oh, there we go. Hey! Oh, wow, that's way better. We're doing the light phone today. There it is right there. It's out of batteries. It's not out of batteries. It just needs to be charged. So let's take a look at it because, as everyone says, this is intriguing. We are going to change this to just go like that. It's a small unit, so we gotta like zoom as much as possible. So this is just about the most devoid of feature phone on the market. And that's the point of it. When we got the sample, oh, hello, my mom, hello, Jeremy, hello, Steven, and hello, Shad. When we got this, we were like, when we got news of it, we were like, oh, cool, a new phone. Well, it's not new, it came out a couple years ago, but either way, it's a new sample, which is probably why they sent it to us now because we don't do phones, we do e-readers, but this is e-ink tech. Either way, it's pretty dry. So the point of this, excuse me, is so that you'll put your smartphone down. So to give you some perspective, that's a smartphone, can do everything in the industry. This is an e-ink phone. Oh, having audio issues there. Oh, firmware update available. Okay, we're gonna do that later because it's totally won't change um the inherent nature of it. Yes, Enzo, it is a very weird product and it is very niche, ridiculously niche. There's very little things you can do. You phone, alarm, calculator, directions, hotspot, music, notes, podcast settings. You might think, oh, that's a lot of stuff. Really isn't, because when you go into something like phone, you can do phone. You call people, do whatever you want. That's basically it. You go, beep 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 beep. You call. There's the microphone down below. The earpiece is up top. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to grab some of my favorite tea. Hold on. Here we go. Go like this. Sponsored by this tea. It's not. Hold on. Oh man, it's a dry winter here, man. I swear, it really is. All right. If you click this, you can go back into something like alarm. They give you necessities basically. You can do an alarm, say, at 2:55. I want it to eight. Yeah, Shad, funny guy. Yes, you can go to the calculator and you can type in 80,085. You get the calculator. You can go over here and you can choose directions. This, I found, doesn't work on Wi-Fi. It actually needs a SIM card to work. We have on Wi-Fi and we're not able to find our location. It requires you to actually utilize a data plan for it to find your location. You get hotspots. You can utilize this as a hotspot. So if you have a card in here, you can hotspot out to other people. And then you have music, but it doesn't have any audio. You need to plug it in to the 3.5mm headphone jack. And you need to use the light dashboard to move songs. And then you have podcasts, which is podcasts. You have to, again, light dashboard. It's kind of like the Sony or the Quaderno note-taking DPTs that you always have to use the app to do everything with it. And the settings is just settings. So that's really it, guys. And a lot of people blasted us on YouTube and says, "Oh, you guys are really hard on this, and it's supposed to be simple." Well, yeah, you're right, but we're journalists and we have to be objective. There's nothing you can do on this. And the elephant in the room is that you're not going to use this over your main smartphone. Look at what Shad just said. I need to be able to read email. Okay, the snake thing is a little bit unnecessary, but news and emails are completely valid things. You can't release a device in this day and age this simple. It doesn't make any sense. I'm not saying, guys, I'm not saying you have to spend 3 hours on your phone every single day, with your head all kind of crunched over like this, hey guys, and you're just swiping through YouTube feeds and Instagram stories. You don't need to do that. This shouldn't take away from your life. But you have to have the necessities. You have to have some sort of data communication driven messaging service. I'm not talking about SMS, short mail service text. No, nobody texts anymore. Not one person on this planet sends a text message like, hey, what's going on? No, you need WhatsApp. At the bare minimum, you need Line, Kakao Talk, Signal, Facebook Messenger, something where you can message people and use emojis and at least this doesn't have a camera, but at least view the content of people sending you pictures. You can't use a device like this and text people. That's not realistic. And then, the company, Lightphone, they sent out the advertising campaign, and they will argue that they say, this shouldn't take away from your daily life. Sure, but all this means is that you're going to have to carry your phone around in your pocket as well. Because what if you need to check your emails? You can't. I would say emails are pretty necessities, man. Why would they have podcasts on here and not necessity? And not emails. I'm being completely serious. At the very least, we would need some sort of non-Wi-Fi, or even Wi-Fi, non-SMS, so text message, some other alternative to messaging, and email at the very least, because this is very stifling. It's always going to be like, oh man, I'm out. I can't check my email for 6 hours. There's not even a passive feed of the emails coming in, at least. I just can't check it. I can't reply. I can't send one. And you can send emails on like anything nowadays. You know what I mean, guys? Very true. Some of the main things I do on my iPhone is news a few times. You know what? Enzo, man, you're right. If they replaced Hotspot, and not even replaced, add it, because they actually allow you to go to the dashboard and add in these things. I would remove music because that's useless. That's pretty useless. You're not using this as a music player. 2, it doesn't have audio. You need a headphone. You need headphones. Remove music and put in messaging. 100%. Remove podcasts that you have to manage from the dashboard and put in email. Or a news feed. Just a simple... I'm going to show you. I have a news feed on my phone here. You go to your phone and you just swipe. That's your news feed. You know what I mean? It just caters things based on your searches and stuff like that. And I don't spend... Oh, look at that. A new Sony music player. Sony's one of the only remaining players in the game when it comes to digital music players, because iPods basically killed that. And furthermore, smartphones killed iPods. But either way, just a simple news feed. If they just had these little card-based things that you just swipe, you spend 17 seconds, you're like, cool, nothing I'm interested in for the day, and you put it aside. It's a very, very isolating experience on this, and a couple little changes could make it usable day to day. It could make it so that it's productivity enough that you can send an email, but you can't do spreadsheets, and it takes away from the dinner table. It's like, oh, I gotta get this latest upload. I gotta go to Excel online and change a couple cells. No, that can wait. But an email reply, a WhatsApp reply, something simple like that. And as I said, there's no music on this for when it comes to multimedia. So you can't watch YouTube basically, and you can't go on a browser. So there's already restrictions in place to prevent you from getting too distracted. So having a couple things in there that just allows you to... Oh, this is just refreshing nonstop because I have it plugged in. Having a couple things there to just add a little bit more productivity solutions would have been perfect. Perfect. MZ, pretty sure the people in the US still use SMS. Thanks to Apple locking half of the population on iMessage. Can't you download WhatsApp on iPhone? Yeah, you can. Because my wife has an iPhone and she has WhatsApp. You can download WhatsApp on anything. I'm not sure what you're referring to, MC, but thanks. Shad, in the 90s, had a device, Palm Pilots, what could use scheduling, contacts, other business things. This device offers less than a BlackBerry. No, you're totally right. Again, we're not bashing this. This is a good device. And actually, this idea is based off of this, which is the same thing, but actually can do a little bit more. You can go online with this. This is the Docomo Kyocera KY01L, something like that. Basically, it's the credit card phone, because you could, no joke, I can get my wallet here, you could put this inside your wallet. Like, you actually could. You could put your phone in your wallet. Isn't that crazy? And then your phone becomes your wallet because you can tap to pay. That's pretty cool. This one you can't. It's just too bulky. You know what I mean? This one's way too bulky. It's got like a bump on the back, so you can't really utilize that. But yeah, this isn't a new thing, the light phone. It was actually based off of this, which is, it came out quite a while ago. And this one's still being sold to this very day. This one's actually, I wouldn't say better than this. It's just different because it has more of an Android-y operating system. Like, you can actually go online and go to Google and Wikipedia and Yahoo and wherever you want on this. Where it's the light phone, you're really like taken out of anything and everything. You're just, it's, you know, they do need to expand the dashboard, and there's no shame in giving people more features. For example, we talked about news and messaging and email. They could easily add that to the dashboard to allow you access. I think they're just being a little bit stubborn because they want it to be a distraction-free device, but because it's so distraction-free, they're alienating a very large population of people that could potentially buy this. If they made it just a little more open, more people would buy this. That's a guarantee. More people would buy this. You know, we all talk about how all these note-taking tablets are distraction-free and they're simplistic, like the Remarkable and like the Lenovo and like the Kindle Scribe. But, you know, devices like the Onyx, devices like Bigme, devices like MeBook, they're selling more because people have the ability to make it the way they want. With the Lenovo, you don't have speakers. With a Kindle, you don't have speakers. But with an Onyx or a Bigme or a MeBook or anything else, you got all this multimedia access. And again, you know, we field it on a daily basis. It's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. I need audio. Where's my headphones? Oh, I don't have it. I can't listen to anything, to my podcast, to my music. I don't have my headphones. So there's those limitations. Whereas at least on this, you have a little bit of an audio package. You can play ringtones. You can play, you know, light audio things in mono, but it has it, whereas this doesn't. You know what I mean? So I think the light phone is a fantastic idea, a great idea. But their unwillingness to be open to more productivity solutions really does kill the entire thing. As all of you guys are saying, not just us, it's not just me. We very much appreciate light phone selling this to us, but that's why they send it. That's why they send things to us. That's why they send things to reviewers. They don't send things to, they don't not send things to reviewers. And they're like, our device is perfect. We don't need feedback. We don't need ideas. We don't need opinions. So then they just, you know, that's it. But that's why people do that. And like when we made our Ink Note, we sent it to Liliputing. We sent it to Android Police. We sent it to Unbox Therapy. We sent it to Linus Tech Tips. We sent our device everywhere because we need the general consensus to come together and be like, it's good or it's crap. We need to hear that. Otherwise, we don't want to continue making stuff. This was a very good idea, but the stubbornness behind the brand and the initial inception, the initial incepted idea. What's the past tense of inception? Whatever. It's the initial idea back in 2019. This made a whole lot of sense. That was like, yeah, you know, yeah, people getting carried away on their phone. I can see switching to something like this. 2023, good freaking luck. There's no way people are switching to this. There's, in its current status, there's no way. You need about 9 or 10 more things to happen on this for people to switch to it. It's more likely that people will switch to the Docomo. Legitimately, because you at least have the functionality and the availability of going online. Going online changes everything. Changes everything. It does. Having a web browser that allows you access to type things in and gain access to billions and trillions of pieces of information from all throughout human history, that makes it that makes it unlimited amount of times more useful than the light phone, because the light phone limits you too much. And again, great stuff, great idea. There's room for everyone in the e-reader industry. We need things like this. Not everyone can be number one, of course. If everyone reached for the stars, there'd be no one else left on Earth. Family Guy. I think that's for Family. I heard it in Family Guy. I don't know where he got it from. Either way, they would need to open this up. And if it's open, people will buy it. I guarantee that. You know why? This has a glow light. The Docomo doesn't. This would be a great seller if they opened it up. Yep. If they added if they added like 16 additional things to the dashboard, oh man, I'd buy one. I would buy one, but I wouldn't buy one now in its current state because I know I'm just gonna be trapped. And again, it's not the YouTube feeds I need. That's fun. It's fun to watch, people fall down and strap firecrackers to their chest and be like, "Oh, that hurt." It's like, well, yeah, you strap firecrackers to your chest. So all that stuff is comical and it's, mindless entertainment. But from a productivity standpoint, from just a livability standpoint, I need at least to be like, "Oh, an email came in. Hold on. Yeah, sure, send it over." Cool, that's it. That's all I need. That's not asking too much, is it? You can't do it on this. I can do it on the Docomo, actually. I've bookmarked on the browser, like my Hotmail, my Gmail, and that's enough. That honestly is. What do we got here? MZ says, yes, it's famous that most people in the US don't use WhatsApp. I'm not sure that's accurate. I mean, a lot of people use WhatsApp. Literally every single person I know uses WhatsApp. I mean, it's not even an exaggeration. There may be like 5 people in Japan that use Line in place of WhatsApp, but I don't know one single person in my life who doesn't actually have WhatsApp. I'm sorry, but I'm not sure if that statistic is correct. I know you're correct, MZ, when it comes to iMessage being very prominent, but yeah, I'm not sure that that's an accurate stat because I'm pretty sure the user base of WhatsApp in the States is like off the charts. These minimalistic phones are more meant for taking breaks from the world. Absolutely. If you are going on, I'm just so wrapped up into like being a part of Goody Reader and a couple other companies I'm in. So like I kind of can't live without a smartphone. Again, I don't use Twitter. I don't use Instagram. I don't use Snapchat. I don't use Tumblr. I don't use LinkedIn. I don't use any of that. And I update my Facebook like twice a year. I don't really do anything. I just need like email. I need messaging. I need to be in contact with people in the world because I'm always bouncing to different countries and stuff like that, going to trade shows. I need to be able to send a picture of something to Mike in Vancouver and be like, "Hey man, the new thing came out." I need to be able to talk to my mom. I need to be able to talk to my friends. I need to be able to do that. And I would even say it's not even realistic to say if you're going on vacation, take this. Because if someone's sending me WhatsApp messages and Line and Facebook messages and emails, and all I have is text, and then I finally come home after 4 days, it's like, holy crap, it's like 1,700 messages. Like, it's just not realistic. Or as I could at least reply on this. Shad says, if this device gains enough attention, there's a possibility for custom operating system. Yes, you're right. Absolutely right. Enzo's workshop, a wood shop again. I own and operate a small brick and mortar business. A few e-commerce businesses. Lack of emails makes it right there. Everyone listen to what Enzo just said. The lack of email makes it useless to me. It's absolutely true. You can't even flip someone a message and be like, "Hey, get that pallet of 2x4s to my wood shop." You couldn't even say that. So you would just miss all these things unless someone calls you and be like, "Hello?" And it's like, "Oh, Enzo, where you at, man?" It's like, oh, sorry, I missed your message. Like, it's just, it's a little too little, It's a little too little. Enzo's Woodshop again says, very surprised it released without basic email function. Even the Kindle Paperwhite from 2013 had access Gmail. Yes, and they had access free 3G worldwide during the keyboard days, the DX days. You're right, man. Adrian says, few of my friends don't have WhatsApp. Well, to be honest, Mom, you're from a generation that is kind of just getting into the text things, whereas like we've been using SMS since like the Nokia phones and the Siemens with like the T9 input. So there's a little bit of a gap there, but I get what you're saying at, yeah. Stephen Prosser, I don't use WhatsApp. I seem to use Messenger, occasionally Instagram, some texting. I don't use WhatsApp. I don't know anyone that does. I'm not sure what's going on, guys. Literally, and my mom actually is American, so we've gone back and forth to Seattle all my whole upbringing, and I know many people in the States. I lived in Vegas for a little bit. A lot of our business operations are down in the States. I don't know one single person, at least in my generation, I don't know what you call it, like not the 18 to 24. I'm older than that. So like the 25 to 35 category. I don't know one single person in the States, excuse me, in Canada, in Taiwan, South Korea. They mostly use Kakao, but the people I know, at least, everyone has WhatsApp. I can't think of one person that doesn't have WhatsApp. So the 2 or 3 people here is might be the odd men or women out because yeah, that's weird. The world uses it. I'm not an advocate for WhatsApp, but there's guys that tried to break up the play. Like Signal tried their hand, it just didn't work. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be wrapping it up. There's not much to talk about when it comes to the light phone. United States 75 million users per Google search. I'm not sure WhatsApp user. Yeah. No, for sure. There's stats left, right, and center. Either way, it can't be argued that WhatsApp is very prominent. It's very, very prominent. It's turned into a verb. When you turn something into a verb, it's prominent. Like, oh, I got WhatsApped. I WhatsApped you. Oh, cool. Did you Google that? I Googled it. And it's actually, that's so popular that they make words into Japanese sounding words and verbs here as well. So yeah, thanks Enzo for being so vocal and everything. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head, man. If this had email, we would all at least okay, here I'll show you. You do that Robert De Niro thing. You're like, oh, these shoes. You kind of consider it. You can really like turn your head towards it. But the fact that it just kind of isolates you from the world, which is great, give yourself a break, but a little bit more, snap. No, this is cool. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, my mom, Enzo, Steven, Shad, Obstacle Man, Stephen Prosser. I said that. Shad, MZ, always nice to hear from you. And we got Jeremy Wallace, who said this phone has me intrigued. Well, Jeremy, if you want to take a break from the world and everything it has to offer, get yourself a light phone. Wait. There it is. Get yourself a light phone too. Comes in white too. That's kind of cool. Thanks, guys. This was a very short one because not really anything to talk about here. Oh, I guess I could give it a shot. I reluctantly joined Discord a couple weeks ago. I don't even know what Discord is, man. I hear everyone talking about it. They're like, oh, hit me up on Discord. I'm like, I don't even know what that is. I think our company does it, but I don't handle it. I don't know what that is. Thanks, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. We will... Oh, look, the keyboard popped up. I just pressed a bunch of stuff, and now the QWERTY's up there. Let's type something real quick. Don't worry. This won't take long. Let's just show typing. What is this even? Oh, screwed up. I'm going to do my name again, Peter. Ah, yeah, it worked. And then send. What am I sending? What happened? Oh my God. All right. See you guys.